My name is Maria,
And I'm Nancy.
and together we
We
inspire,
inspire.
where every woman has a story and every story has a power to inspire. We are back, and this is episode 2 of.
Season 1.
So we are so excited to be back with you guys. We have a few things we want to talk about today, one of our programs, and just give you a little update on what we've been up to. So, Nancy, what have we been up to?
So, you know what? I'm going to admit, because I did miss it. And maybe that's why Maria is pointing it out at me and she's signaling me out. So, we had the NASA Space Apps
Hackath-
last
it was a
hackathon.
it was a hackathon.
Yes. So, very good turnout. I can't talk about it because, of course, I wasn't there, but you were there both days.
I was there. So we had the opportunity to bring host a NASA Space Apps Hackathon in El Centro, and we had several teams. We had 1 month to put it together, and it was amazing. And so the club was so tired because we had so many events that week. We had a lot of fundraisers in the community, and I attended most of them. And then we also hosted our district meeting that Saturday that we had the same weekend that we had the NASA Space Apps Hackathon. And so all that Sunday I was there at the hackathon, and it was amazing. It was amazing. So we have 1 year to do the next one and prepare for it, and it was so good. You know,
So, from what I remember, the great thing about this, or what was so great about the program, is because the initiative started. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the initiative started in Mexicali, right?
yes,
Mexicali reached out.
Mexico, Mexico.
Mexicali, Mexico. They reached out. They connected to El Centro, and it was a collaboration of, was it Yuma as well, San Diego, Mexicali, Mexico, and El Centro,
I
and
think
maybe even
I think we
more.
had a team from Poway as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, um, it was really good, and we had all ages attend. The teams were made up of I think the youngest was 7 years old, and the other one was the. Then we had some college students. It was really good. We had a 7 year old. It was a team of a dad and a 7 year old son.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was one of the best ones. He was so good. I
Really?
was so impressed. And you know what I love, Nancy, is bringing these type of events to our community and supporting those type of events because you give the students an opportunity to shine, an opportunity uh, to do these projects and bring them. And some of those projects are going to be competing worldwide
Nice.
with other NASA. So anyway, that was one of the greatest things we did this month. Um, let's see what else. I got to see one of my favorite authors, Sandra Cisneros. She's the author of The House on Mango Street,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved it. So I drove to Riverside, UC Riverside, uh, during the week to get to meet her. So it was so good. I
What's the
did.
house on Mango Street? What's it about?
It's a book. It's mostly about her life when she was young and poor, and she moved like from a very small with a whole family. She had like 7 brothers and sisters, and they moved from a small apartment into this house on the street. And so she describes it. It's about a hope for a better life.
Okay.
It's very, very good.
Okay. So you came a long way from reading cereal boxes to an actual book.
I did. Yes. But anyway, it was good. I had an opportunity to meet Maya Angelou, the poet, years ago, and I didn't make time, and then she passed away, so I regret it ever since.
Mhm.
So this time I said, nope, I'm gonna go take some time and go do it.
I think I saw your post too. Like, you were really excited.
I
You
was.
took several pictures with her, and I was like,
Yes.
she didn't invite me. But then I noticed that you drove all the way to Riverside, and I was like, okay, that's why she didn't invite me.
Yeah.
So as far as other programs and what we've been up to, we have one of our greatest programs is one of our pillars for Sir Optimist International. We have the Live Your Dream. So Live Your Dream is one of the programs that I'm really passionate about because it's all about the empowering and giving women the tools that they need in order to reach that financial, I guess, like the financial empowerment, being able to do things by themselves, going back to school and living. I mean, basically the dream. Like, if you hope for, or as you were growing up, you know what, I want to go to school, but something happened that stopped you from doing it. It's giving you the opportunity to finally fulfill that dream of going back to school.
Yes, that's one of our pillar programs, and it's hard to describe what it is. And the way I see it is, these are women that have gone through a lot, have
Mhm.
had a lot of barriers,
Mhm.
have hit rock bottom. And so when you think about rock bottom, Nancy, I don't know about you, but I don't think I've ever hit rock bottom like that. I think we all get a little depressed, life gets us down.
Mhm.
But to hit rock bottom, it's a whole separate
Yeah.
deal. And I think and I was thinking about it, how do I describe that? And we're always laughing. And for some of the viewers, you're gonna see us laugh, and we throw our heads back and we just laugh. Um, yeah, we don't restrain ourselves with that.
Mhm.
And we're not demure about it, right? We're not demure. We just laugh our heads off.
Yeah.
But when you are so down, you have hit rock bottom. It's so bad that you can't even laugh
Mhm.
or you can't smile.
Mhm.
And for me, it's just amazing to think what a woman has gone through in order for her not to be able to smile or think that she doesn't deserve to smile or laugh, even when things are funny. And it's hard for me to wrap my mind around it, to be that down, to be in a place, such a dark place that you can't. So imagine the strength it takes for her to get up from that and try to do something with her life.
Mhm.
And so, some people are wondering, well, how does a woman get down? How does a woman get to that place where she's hit rock bottom? What is rock bottom? Like for someone that's never been there, what is rock bottom? What are the things that can take you down that way? And so in our program, we have found that women that have gone through drug addiction, maybe spousal abuse or some type of violent abuse.
And it's different. It's honestly different for everybody.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And you haven't gone to our meetings or conferences, but at the conference we hear a lot of these women. Like the last day of the conference, you're able to see some of the winners from other clubs, and some of them do. So I'm able to hear a little bit of their stories, not everything, and some of them can't even speak. They can't because of the trauma they've gone through so much. It's so hard to relive it, and talk about it in a room full of strangers.
Mhm.
That's difficult. So anyway, what we do is we give them like a hand up. Let's say there's a woman, you're down on your luck, you've hit rock bottom, you're trying to get up, and there's a Seroptimus member trying to help you up. And you're going to help you up by empowering you, encouraging you. And we do have the Live Your Dream. These are financial awards. And so for any woman that's trying to redo their life, to, you know, maybe, well, they have to be in school of some
Mhm.
sort,
Mhm.
whether you're in community college, in a university, or a technical program. As long as you're trying to do better, you qualify. There has to be financial need. You have to be head of household, and I think those are some of the requirements. And so it opens up every August 1st, and I think it closes November
November
15th.
15th.
So anybody out there that is interested or know of somebody, a woman that could help, there's still time to apply. And so you can just go online and look for the Soroptimus Live Your Dream Awards application, and it takes you right down to it. And you can also call any club, and we'll be happy to help you fill it out.
And you know what? If we are reaching out to the community because we don't know everybody's stories. Like we might not only know like the top layer, the good part, or
Yeah,
like those fake smiles. Like you're saying, there's women that don't smile anymore.
yeah.
They don't laugh. So if you know anybody, like you send them our way. Send them our way because we want to make sure that these awards really go to that person in the community that's really trying to better themselves. As you were talking about like rock bottom, I don't know if you remember, there was a time that we went to a dance studio in El Centro
Mm-hmm.
and we went to go do a class and
We
we
to
were
try it out.
approached, yes, but we were approached by two younger ladies. They were
Yeah.
friends and they were talking about eventually going back to school. I think one had even mentioned that she had lost her kids,
Yeah.
but she was coming back. She was looking for a job. And she just wanted to be surrounded by like positive people and eventually get her life together.
I think she had also been stalked by her previous partner.
I think
Yes.
so. Yes.
Mm.
So these are like the type of stories that, like, unless we are out there in the community, or like the type of woman that we want to help out, of course every story is different, but if you know someone that's going through something similar, or that has hit their type of rock bottom, have them apply, because it is a great program, and it's not like a once in a lifetime thing, because you're going to be supported and surrounded by like a group of amazing women, like Sir Optimus
Mm.
members. Like, we're gonna be there with you, like throughout the whole time, to like guide you or support you in any way that we can.
Yes, Nancy. And I think also one of the things that women are afraid to apply for this one is because they have to do an essay, like explaining, telling us their story. I just want to let everybody know it is your story is not going to go to everybody. Not everyone's going to see or read that essay, just the people that are checking the applications, which is just a few, um, the ones giving out the awards. And everything is safe. Everything, I mean, nothing's going to get out.
Hmm.
It's very secure.
Confidential.
Yeah, very confidential. Um, and I was able at the conference in, let's see, what was it, April, that I went to in Santa Ana. I was able to meet our keynote speaker there before they gave out the awards. And so she had been a recipient years ago, and she was telling us her story, and it was so amazing. So she was saying that she was a single mom trying to just figure it out. Had two jobs, was trying to get to school. She had two little kids, and she had been at an event trying to pick up toys, I think, for her kids. And out runs this lady. She was petite lady. Can I help you? Can I help you? And she goes, lady, no, I'm fine. No, no, let me help you. And so she walks into her car and helps her put the things away. And so as she's helping, she's telling her about the live your dream. Like you need to apply. It'll be great for you. Blah blah blah. And she's like, okay, okay. She goes, I was so busy. I was just trying to survive two jobs and the kids and just life. I was living one day at a time. And here comes this woman
Harassing me.
harassing me. And so she goes, this little petite white woman. And so she would call her, have you done your application? She goes, no. And have you done your application? No. She goes, I was just not thinking about it. And she goes, my mind was someplace else. So anyway, it was the last day it was due. So she calls her again. Did you submit it? She said, I haven't had time. She goes, get on the laptop right now and I'll be on the phone with you. And she goes, that's how I submitted it. And she won. She
Hmm.
won. And so, and winning is a odd way of putting it,
Hmm.
but I guess she was a recipient of an award. It's not that she won. It's just, she was given an award and it helped her. She finished college. Sometimes she had no babysitter. Well, that little petite woman would be her babysitter sometimes.
Oh my
She
god.
offered, I'll take care of the kids, you go to school. And she finished her bachelor's. And I'm not sure if she went on to get her master's, but right now she's a keynote speaker. She's a public speaker and she travels all over the United States.
Nice.
And Nancy, I wish you had heard because she was amazing. Amazing. I would love to see her again.
Her story sounds amazing.
But it all it took is one woman to look at her and said, "Let me help you,
Hmm.
and let me help you." She could see in her potential.
Hmm.
She could see that she was trying to do a better life for herself, and that she had potential. And so she did. She's a great one. Has great success stories. And at those conferences, I mean, I've seen women that have been. One was so sad. Her story. She was talking about being trafficked for years, and she was taken when she was 14, and then she started, being trafficked and sold as a sex slave
Oh my
at
god.
14, and she did that for years. And so, the day of the event, she had her daughter, a teen daughter, there with her, and she goes, my daughter's gonna hear some things today that she's never heard. It was hard. It's hard to hear and listen and hear that emotion when they're talking about their life.
And imagine what it took too, like to say like her experience, like in front of her daughter.
Yes, and also in front of a group of strangers,
Yeah.
strange women. Sometimes um, the recipients are. It's a different culture, and you go into a room with mostly older white ladies, which Sir Optimus is made up of a lot of the clubs are like that. Not all the clubs, but some of them. So it is intimidating to walk into a group of
Mhm.
strangers
Mhm.
and talk about stuff that happened to you that you want to forget, you want to leave it behind because you're in another place.
Yeah.
Um, so in April, excuse me, in April I met a lady. She walked in and sat next to me, and she had won in her club. She had won an award. So now she was competing on district wide. No, actually, region wide because we was a
Okay.
conference. Um, so she was so nervous, and I said, "Why are you so nervous?" She goes, "I don't want to go on stage. I'm I'm so afraid." And I said, "Well, I mean, you can just talk about a little bit about your story. You don't have to say everything, every little detail." And I said, "And if you don't want to say anything, no one's going to force you. We understand."
It takes a lot.
It takes a
It
lot of
takes a lot.
courage.
Yeah. I mean, and even if you're not sharing your story, just to get up in front of like a group of people for
Yes.
anything it might be, it takes a
Yeah.
lot. Now imagine having to share your story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so she whispered. Her voice got really low, and it was almost a whisper. And she goes, "Well, I've been in prison." And I said, "Okay, but you're not in prison anymore." I said, "And the women here, we're not here to judge you. We're here to listen and support you and applaud you that you have come a long way." So when she got out of prison, she started working, taking care of somebody. And I think the social worker told her, "Why don't you go to school and go to college?" And she said, "Never did I think college was for me. Never growing up did I think I would be a woman going to college." She goes, "So I took a class or two." And she goes, "I just finished my AA." And you could hear that in her voice that she was proud of herself.
Mhm. Mhm.
She goes, "But if someone had not asked me, maybe you should go or tell me, hey, why don't you go to college?"
Mhm.
She goes, I wouldn't have done it. And so once you go to the conference, uh, those recipients, like the highest awarded recipient at the club, they qualify to go and compete against the other clubs.
Mhm.
And so she won when we went out to the conference. So she got another amount on top of what she had already had. And for her, it was amazing.
And you know what? Aside, I mean, on top of that though, like it just sets that example for your little ones, because you're talking about being that mom that goes back to school or sharing her story in front of her daughter. To me is okay, setting that example of, if I was able to do it to my kids, then there's no
Yeah,
way,
no
like you're not,
excuse.
there's no
Yeah,
excuse, like you're gonna make it happen, you're gonna get it together, you're going to
you're gonna
school,
get it together.
because yeah, because there's no options.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just you can just tell your kids, "I went through so much in order to give you a better life." But
Hmm.
I think also if the kids are already there and they see where the mom has come from and where she's at and where she's
Hmm.
going, I think it's up. Sometimes you don't have to say anything; they can see it for themselves,
Yeah.
and they see all the work you put into it. They see where you are now or where you're going, or they see that you have dreams and goals and you're setting them for yourself and you're achieving them. That is a big inspiration to the kids.
I don't know. I still do reminders for my kids, especially my oldest, my son. I tell him, because he dreams about going to UCLA. And if he gets a B, I always tell him, or we tease and we say, a B is not going to get you into UCLA. So you need A's.
Oh,
And I
oh
mean,
my
it's
God.
it's a way of pushing him and like encouraging him, because at the end of the day, it's true. Like
Uh,
if you want to make it, not only do you have to be smart, you have to be involved, and you have to get good grades.
how old is he?
He's 9.
9 years old.
He's 9.
And you're pushing him
And
already.
I'm pushing him
Stressing.
already.
You're stressing him out. Poor kid. Oh my God.
Don't say that. He's not stressed.
You're going. A B's not going to cut it, kid. Get
It's
on it.
not. So, nominations due on November 15th. So if you haven't already applied, go ahead and submit your application. Um,
Yeah, these are cash awards and they help with costs related to education.
mhm.
It can be things like tuition, books, childcare, transportation, sometimes even rent. Anything that's going to help you get to your goal,
Yeah.
right? And your goal is to have a better life for yourself. through education,
Mhm.
through a better job, better opportunities. So that's what that program is, and it's an amazing program and amazing women that go through it. I've been humbled to hear some of the stories,
Yeah.
and also thankful that I haven't been there, and thankful that I'm able to help out um, through Zero Optimists so that they can have an opportunity. I
Mhm.
think that's one of the biggest, I don't know, things that make me feel good to have that opportunity to help out and volunteer
Mhm.
and see other women succeed.
Yeah.
I think so. If anybody out there is interested in helping out or sponsoring a grant, an award, you can go ahead and reach out to your local club, reach out to El Centro Seroptimist, or any
We
club
will
near you.
take your money, no
Yes,
questions asked. We'll put it to good use.
yes, and you're going to be helping out a woman in need in the community, and maybe God knows, sometimes when you don't know what you're capable of until someone helps you
Yeah,
and
exactly.
inspires you.
Yeah.
And once you get that inspiration and someone believes in you, then you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go next for my bachelor's. I'm going to go after that other job. I'm going to, my, from where I started, my life from here to there, I can do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it takes this inspiration, it takes a helping hand. And so that's what we do with Live Your Dream.
Mhm.
It's an amazing, amazing program. So that's what we wanted to talk to you today. And do you want to add anything else to the Live Your Dream?
No. No.
And so Live Your Dream, every club has it. And we are international, so anywhere in the world, any continent, they're going to have this program. So and basically what we're doing, we're helping women all over the world with it.
Mhm.
You know, so okay, so I think that's it about the Live Your Dream. Also, feel free to reach out if you have any questions on it. Send us a message. Um, What else? If you want to meet with somebody in person and talk about it, we can do that as well. So that's if you have any questions.
Or you can also just reach out to us via social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or even YouTube, because we're on YouTube as well.
We're on
So
YouTube.
send us a, is it a DM through YouTube? Is it a DM?
A
Oh, a comment.
comment.
Sorry, it's a
Send
comment.
us a
Send us a
comment.
comment and say, you know what? I sent you a DM through Instagram, and we'll go ahead and get back to you.
Yes. Oh, see, YouTube scares me a little bit because I'm thinking, oh my God, they're gonna be looking at our hair. It's windy today. If anybody's wondering what happened to them.
What happened to you, Maria?
No. Okay,
So,
me.
so October. Anytime I think of October, I think pink, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it just takes me back to like Did you ever watch Mean Girls? On
Yes.
Wednesdays we were pink, so I thought. I mean, I would see the pink, and I always thought Mean Girls. But now, I mean, I know the pink ribbon, and it
Uh-huh.
just means breast cancer awareness month.
Yes.
And this is, I know I'm not a doctor, so everything that I'm saying is just for like educational or as topics, as tips, because as women sometimes we get so caught up, we're so busy that we forget about ourselves. We neglect, and we can't, like, especially if we're mothers, we have a lot of people like depending on us,
Yes.
and nobody's gonna be okay. Or if we're not okay, the people that depend on us and rely on us, they're not gonna be okay. So make sure that you are doing your annual checkups,
Hmm.
that you are investing in yourself, mental health, I don't know, exercise as well. I saw a post by one of our SI members. Shout out to Miss Felicia Carter.
Yay, Felicia.
Yay. So she is actually running a promotion at the Yoni Wellness Spot.
Which
Um,
that's an amazing place she has there.
yes,
And
yes.
I want to bring her in later. I spoke
Mm-hmm,
to her at the Harvest Bowl.
mm-hmm.
We're gonna bring her back and want to talk about a little bit about things and what she does there at the wellness spot.
So for this month, so this is on her Instagram. So in honor of your strength and journey, breast cancer survivors and those who are battling will receive 50% all single bundles with love from the Yoni Wellness Spot. So this is
Oh,
amazing.
maybe
So
we should go.
we can go ahead and do our detox. Well, no, we're just gonna go and support because it's anybody that is a survivor or those who are battling will receive
Oh,
50%
okay,
off.
okay.
And you know what? I use ChatGPT because when you said, you know what, let's talk about breast cancer awareness, um, and I did some research and I was shocked. So a woman's lifetime risk of developing breast cancer is about 1 in 8. That's
Wow,
13%.
that's high.
It's really high. It's really high.
That's really high.
It's shocking. It's really shocking. Um, and then something else that I was able to pull up was, you know what? I can't find it. Oh, ChatGPT. Okay.
ChatGPT has become our friend.
You know how I always joke about oh, I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not 20 anymore. But on this one too, it says I'm close without saying my age. I am going to be hitting the 40 pretty soon. And then it talks about how you should be starting your regular
Mm,
mammograms around age 40 or earlier if you're
yeah.
at risk. I know this is a topic that nobody likes to talk about. It's
Hmm.
even uncomfortable, but I know that even at my workplace, I'll ask, "Hey, have you done your annual? Have you done this?" And not very many of them can say I've done it or I've gone to
Uh-huh.
the doctor because I don't know about you, but I'm traumatized. I hate going to the doctor.
Me too. I think also women don't want to know
Uh huh.
because it's scary. You
Hmm.
go in there, it's uncomfortable. It is a very, very uncomfortable to go and get those exams. And I'll tell you a story. So I think I was maybe 12 years old or 13, and my mom had a breast cancer scare. They found a lump, and my dad would get up. No, I think he would leave at 5 in the morning, or maybe get up at 5. I don't remember. But at 5 in the morning, he'd be having coffee, and she would make you breakfast before he went off to work. And after he left, sometimes she would be on the phone talking to either her sisters or her sister-in-laws, and she'd be crying. And I would be in the hallway. I would get up, I would hear her cry, and I would be there listening to her. You know how scary that was? You're about to hit puberty, and your mom's crying. That's strong, that takes care of you, and she's crying. And it excuse me, it did traumatize me a little bit. And she was so scared. So I remember she had the lump removed in Mexicali. Her doctor was out there, and I don't know what my dad was thinking because we were young. So he brought us all with us. There were three of us. Took us to the hospital, and so they wheeled her back in, and she's still a little bit under the. She was still down asleep when we walked in. So we're there in her room waiting for her to get up, to wake up. My dad. So anyway, she wakes up, and I remember the horror in her face. She touched her chest, her boob, because they told her if we find cancer, we're just going to take it out.
Hmm.
But if it's just a lump, if it's not cancer, we're just going to leave your breast. But they had wrapped her so tight,
She
she
didn't
thought she
know.
had lost her breast, and she was crying and crying, and but the look of horror, I still remember that, and so it's always been like I get scared,
Hmm.
even though it wasn't cancer. It just listening to her and seeing that, um, it did traumatize me a bit. So as you grow older, when I was getting older, and then the implants came a big thing, right?
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
everybody was getting implants, and I thought,
Hmm.
oh my god, I want implants. I want implants. But that scared me. I thought, what if there's a lump later? What if they can't see it? What if the what ifs just kept me from
Yeah.
doing that? Um, and so it did have an impact on my life. And so I do get myself checked out. And I think everybody out there, it's better to know than not to know.
Exactly.
Um,
Because the sooner you detect it,
yes.
the better the chances. And for all those like survivors too, I know we've heard some stories from
Yeah.
like members of our club as well, and I think for them the hardest part was admitting that they needed the help because they
Yes.
didn't want to be seen as that weak source or that weak person, or
Mhm.
just because I'm sick, I'm not going to be able to perform, or I have to perform twice as much because I have it and I don't want people to have any suspicion or know that
Yeah.
I'm sick.
Whether you're weak,
Yeah.
or sometimes I think the sympathy. I don't want that I don't want
I don't
anybody
want
to
people to
look at
feel
me.
sorry for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know, and so many feelings, so many things go through your head. Um, but anyway, I think if anybody is going through that, I would be there to help.
Yeah.
Because it is scary.
Mhm.
So anybody, get yourself checked out, please.
We wanted this to be a positive note, but Maria and I always end up talking about like our stories. But just make sure that you're doing your yearly checkups.
yes,
This wasn't supposed to
I
end
know.
with
We
a
get all down. We was like crying, but as women, when your mom takes you out to the store to get your first bra,
uh-huh.
you never think, oh my God, years later I'm gonna be doing exams. O sea, you're so proud of that first bra. You never think, oh my God, later this is gonna be a liability. The boobs. But yeah, as women, I mean, we go through so much. I think we just need to stay on top of it and go see the doctor. You're fine. Go after that, go get yourself a new bra, Victoria's Secret.
Exactly.
Right? Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's so good. And if you ever need a friend, we are here for you.
Yes.
And if you have a story to tell us about that, I mean, we're here for you as well.
Mhm.
And so we're always ready to listen to your stories. And like we said, every behind every woman there's a story, and every story has the power to inspire. So you don't know, you know who you're gonna inspire with your story.
Mhm.
And so I think that kind of wraps up our episode now, correct?
Yes, I think that's it. Other than if you have a story that you want to share with us, I know YouTube, leave a comment, let us know what you want us to talk about. Subscribe to our Instagram. Go ahead and like our Facebook page, and subscribe and turn on your notifications for YouTube. I sounded like a pro, huh?
Yes, you did. Oh my God, you got it down.
I think it's my kids and their YouTube.
Okay, great. So we'll see you next time. We have a great episode lined up for next time, and we're going to be talking about the power of words. So next one's going to be a good one. See you next time,
So,
because together,
together.
together we inspire.
No, it's Nancy and Marie, and together we inspire.
So
Thank you so
yes,
much for watching. We'll see you next time. And just remember, I'm Nancy,
and I'm Maria.
and together
We
we inspire.
inspire.
Practice.
Yeah.